This video discusses a technique that you might use for locking the screen and displaying a wait message while a long-running Ajax callback is taking place in a grid. The same comments would also apply to a UX component. So you can see that we have a button here that does an Ajax callback, and in the Ajax callback, in order to simulate a long-running callback, I've put an xbasic sleep command that causes the xbasic to take a long time to execute. So when I press the button here, you can see that a wait message comes up and the screen is locked now, so the user can't press any other button. And then when the Ajax callback completes, it sends back the JavaScript to remove the window from the screen. So let's go back now and take a look at what we did here. So first you can see that we've gone to JavaScript actions, and we've defined a here we go, let's go over here. We've defined an action to open up a window. So let's look at the definition of this wait message over here. We can see here that what we're doing is we're opening up a pop-up Ajax window, and we specified that the window content is local. We've given the window an explicit name, so this is important. The name is wait window, and the reason that we gave the window a name is we'd like to be able to use JavaScript to close it. And you can see that if you click on the smart fields here, you get these instructions that tell you that that you can close the window in the grid by using gridObject.getWindow, and then the name of the window followed by window.hide. So this is the JavaScript needed to close the window. So you'll just make a note of that JavaScript over there, because we're going to use this JavaScript in our Ajax callback to close the window down. So then what we've done is we've turned off the ability to resize the window. We've turned off the ability to close the window. We've turned off the title. We could go ahead and disable move, so we can do that as well. And then we've got our HTML message. So let's go there, for example, and just put in, say, a couple of extra dots. So now there's our message. And also, if we go look over here, if we look over here, we can see that the JavaScript needed to run this action now is that. So let's just copy that code to the clipboard. So then next we can see that on this button over here, which is going to make the Ajax callback. So before we make the Ajax callback, we have some inline JavaScript, and we just have we've got our code here, which we've just copied from the clipboard, which runs that action. So the first thing that we're going to do is display that window, and then after the window is displayed, we're going to make the Ajax callback. So the Ajax callback is just calling into a function called xbasic. So this is going to be where you do all your work on the Ajax callback. And then in the xbasic function here, you can see here's our function. There's our sleep. So we're going to wait for 3 seconds while we simulate a long-running xbasic script. And then as part of the JavaScript response, we're going to close the window down. So we're going to get a pointer to the window object, and this is the code that we copied to the clipboard earlier. And then we're going to test to see if in fact we got a valid pointer. If we did get a valid pointer, we're going to close the window down, and then we're going to just emit that JavaScript as part of the response from this Ajax callback. So now this works really well in live preview in a real app. As you can see over here, it's working really, does exactly what we need. In working preview, it's not going to work quite as well, because the callbacks don't happen asynchronously. So you can see that it's not really a useful technique for working preview, but for a live application, this is a great technique for locking the screen while a callback is taking place. Thanks very much for watching.